You're a few minutes late for me to ask the president to pardon you, Axe.
No, Mike, I am right on time. And I'm glad you got your audience, because that's the closest you'll get to that office. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Mike, look, Mike.
Well, that can't be right. There's got to be a hack. It says...
Yeah, that the entire portfolio was wiped out.
Whatever you think you're doing, it's not going to work.
Not doing, Mike. Done.
Ah, the great man.
Mike!
Hello, Axe.
Scooter.
Wagsy.
I see you're still making sure his hand never touches a doorknob.
As you're trying and failing to do the same for your general.
Michael Prince.
Michael Thomas Aquinas Prince.
Really?
Always an honor to meet a legend. And yes, just like my father and his father and his and his.
Better than St. Blaise, patron saint of throat ailments.
If that were the name my dad and the rest wore, I'd bear it proudly.
I have no doubt you'd find a way to be proud, with just a dash of humility on top.
A man with no humility is a man with no pride at all.
All right, let's do this.
I know your story as much as you know mine, how you came from nothing.
Yeah, it's true. Your dad was an insurance salesman. You ate dinner with him every night. My dad was gonzo. I ate dinner wherever I could.
And yet you were still in the wealthiest state and the wealthiest country in the world, with access to the best healthcare, schools, infrastructure. And you were born white and male. At a time, that was a huge advantage in the greatest capital market in the history of mankind. The roads were paved for you, Bobby, which is why you were able to move so quickly across them.
Wow. I knew you were racked with guilt, but this takes it to a whole different level. Sure, the roads were paved, but I didn't even have a goddamn car. Now, you see, this is where we are different. I don't pretend I'm an ordinary guy got lucky. I am a monster. A carnivorous fucking monster. It was success or oblivion for me, just as it was for you, whether you want to admit it here or not. See, that's what all this is for you, a way to forget you are that monster. You have to be one, or you could never have gotten here in the first place. Give it to me.
Struck terms with Shank. He loves the Long River piece. Was a deal maker.
I got my arms around Hackley the same way. Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's been my privilege all night long to fet so many of you. And it's good to end on someone I respect so much. Someone I'm proud to call a friend and a guide. And though he's late in arriving, I think he's going to be a big part of all of our lives. Please, a warm hand for my key partner in a breakthrough healthcare initiative, Shaman Bram Long River.
I feel a deep spiritual debt to the man. But I nevertheless feel compelled to separate his dick from his balls.
Mr. Long River is going to share some wisdom with us after dinner, but please, come, say hi.
You stole my shaman.
He belongs to the whole world. You didn't come in the spirit of the mic. You came to scuttle around and take for yourself. But the game was already over, man.
I thought there was enough for everybody. Success breeds success and all that happy horse shit.
You don't come to a man's
This
house.
isn't your house.
Close enough. Like I told you, when I compete, hell, I'm gonna win.
Well, hear me. Game's not over, buddy boy. Not by a country fucking mile.
I'm aware. Mr. Sacker, I've admired your work from a distance. I'm glad to finally meet you up close.
Is it that same admiration that's driving you to try to partner up with me? Because I gotta admit, it feels like a shotgun marriage.
It's true. I bought up enough shares of your company to take 3 board seats. With that, I'll have the power to oust you.
Unless I withdraw from Access Opportunity Fund.
Your words, not mine. But any company I sit the board on needs to have a CEO with unquestionable ethics.
Tough talk, Mike.
The old ambuscade. I was wondering how you were staying so frosty, sir.
You can buy up all the shares you want. And you can threaten this fine, upstanding man, but you won't outflank him or me. Because I'll buy 3 times more than you, and I'll stack the boardroom to block you. Oh, and I'll be sure to tell everyone, especially the press, how the great Michael Thomas Aquinas Prince is trying to run an African-American man out of his own C-suite.
You would try to make this about race.
No, you did.
I'm pursuing the OZ in Yonkers for the right reason.
And I'm not?
I don't know what you're doing. But I'll tell you right now, Axelrod, I hate it when people fuck with my money.
Whoa, listen to the filthy mouth on St. Mike. Good to know he rattles.
You must have that effect on many.
Our results and successes speak for themselves. Now, before I wrap up, it's incumbent upon me to sound a cautionary note about certain of my colleagues here to make sure this project is executed as intended. I brought a special guest.
Meet Mark Caparello. He's a former town councilman from Sandicott, where Robert Axelrod made similar financial inroads into the community. How'd that work out, Mark?
Honestly, not too well. There was a lot of rosy talk about the future and promises were made, only for our town's financing to be ripped away like one of those wax jobs at a beauty salon. Yeah. It really stung, and our town will be recovering, trying to grow its hair back, if you will, for generations to come.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Told you, Axelrod, I hate it when people mess with my money.
Mr. Axelrod, you have the floor.
Wags, you ready to become a wartime conciliary once again?
Paul Pachinko, you have me.
You know why they called it going into mattresses when mob families went to war? It's mentioned in one, but never explained.
General idea.
It's because you had to move out of your home and hole up someplace where no one could find you with all your men. But you had to do it quick so that you get the jump on the rival family before they got the jump on you. So you had places stashed around the city with the mattresses on the floor. And that is where you would make your stand until you nailed the boss of the rival family. And once you got him and all his soldiers fell into line, that's when you go home to your comfy bed and your wife and kids.
And that's what we're about to do.
We sure are. Get me Bach. Get me Hall. Get me anyone who can help us find out what is near and dear to Michael Thomas Aquinas Prince. Because when I find out what matters to him, I am going to fucking destroy it. And him right along with it.
Scooter's on his way up.
Longest elevator ride of his life.
I knew he was gonna cave. Saw it in his eyes that he'd do anything to save himself.
You look surprised. Was I not invited? I felt in a way that I was, or at least that my invitation was implied. Love this. Raw, concrete, very wabi-sabi. You have Randy Gerber decorate for you?
Threw yourself with the merciful hem of the Shogun's skirts?
Not exactly. He was already well aware of the bets.
Because they were his.
Too bad. Ambassador with a gambling problem's a no-go.
No problem here. I have a better winning percentage than the Vegas books. Plus, sports betting is now legal in this state. Those runners you saw placed the action for me at the sports books at upstate casinos because that much money with my profile would have moved the lines.
Yeah, so you had your man put him down to get you a better price.
Protect and serve.
Don't worry, though. My records are orderly.
We have it all documented in exquisite detail. Taxes paid on all the profits. And the Danes are a sporting bunch. They love a good wager.
You made a mistake coming here, Mike. I smoked you out. You could have had me wasting my time on this until your post was clinched. But now I know which direction I need to go in. Without meaning to, you guys have just revealed it to me.
Trying to put a read on me? Steady hands, no micro expressions, nothing there. So you can look as long and hard as you want at my life, past or present. There's nothing there for you to chew on.
You sure? When a man's bluffing, he looks a guy right in the eyes.
I look people in the eye because I believe in myself, and I like to connect with them. Which is one of the things I love about the Danes, their warmth. They have the most delightful demeanor and a wonderful word to describe their state of cozy well-being. Hygge. It's the contentment of feeling warm, being warm. Danes are hygge-like. And in the time I will be spending in their midst, I plan to embrace their way of life. While you will remain here, cold, lonely, self-obsessed, and most assuredly not hygge-like.
He's a self-made billionaire, an advocate for the environment and our future, a man who asks the tough questions about inequality. But to paraphrase Balzac, behind every great fortune, there is great cruelty. And in the case of Mr. Prince, exploitation and betrayal. Over the next part of the hour, we will explore a fortune stolen and a legacy pilfered.
It's been hard. It's been brutal, really. To watch the world celebrate this man and know the truth about what he did to my son, which is steal from him and destroy him.
Bobby, I feel a little like Kathy Moriarty in Raising Bull, the way you keep pursuing me, even though you know it's no good for you.
Weird way to start a call, Mike?
Well, I'm expanding my perspective. I've heard many times about Axe, the thought leader, the man ahead of the curve, doing his own thing. I don't know if he ever existed, but I haven't seen him. The Axe I'm acquainted with is a pirate, or in the lingua franca of your beloved New York streets, a gonif. You tried to steal from me again. It didn't work. Your media advantage is gone. Winslow and I have wrapped up our negotiations, and you know what you wound up with? Nothing in your hand but moonlight.
I have strings attached to all of my fingers. When I yank them, you are gonna shake, rattle, and shit yourself.
Look, I won here. I cut you down, put you away. But behind bars? Well, that may be part of Chuck's Cheryl Teague's fishnet fantasy. It's not part of mine. I don't care. I just want you gone. And now you are.
But you see something more, don't you?
I do. I'll give you $2 billion walk-away money for Axe Holding, the bank, and the asset management arm, including Taylor Mason Carbon. We make the deal now, get it papered before you're arrested and barred from selling.
That's a steep discount you want. Pennies on the fucking dollar.
Guys with sucking chest wounds should save their breath and not try to negotiate. Your billions, they're gone. No good to you. Me? I might be able to reorganize the bank, keep your investors on board, and restart that business.
And then one day your buddy, the Attorney General, unfreezes my money for you?
I have a white paper that says this transaction is legal. Because right now, you're not indicted. You've not been told you will be. Your lawyer has not been told. And even if he freezes it, I'll find a way to get it unfrozen.
Long time since I was on the other side of one of these. In a real way. It feels, wow. So this is what it is to lose. Okay. Fine. We do the deal. With one exception. Taylor Mason Carbon. Let him go. Break him off of Axe Cap.
No can do. I worked with Wendy and Taylor briefly. I want them. Need them. That's a deal breaker.
So you get it all? My money, my companies, my people, when. And me nowhere to be found.
Yes. That I consider a win. If you try anything, it won't be you who'll suffer. It'll be Wendy Rhodes. I have her tied to the railroad tracks, and I own the whole damn transcontinental.
You seem so proud. Why don't you tell me what you did?
The only thing you're about to find out are my ground rules. Call them rules of disengagement. Do any digging, I'll know. Contact her or try to warn her, I'll know. parry or attack from any angle, I'll know.
It's time, Robert. I'm calling in that debt you owe. Need you to come through as promised.
Not the best timing.
Well, that is not the enthusiastic response I expected. I have a problem, and I have cleared the path because I need you here in America. Now.
Yeah, that is a problem, but I need to call you back. You should know. Threatening her is a bigger mistake than threatening me.
Yeah, I understand the rage you're feeling. And how it makes you want to do something about it.
You think you do?
Let me talk to you in a language that you'll immediately understand. That of the great Marcellus Wallace. You might feel a slight sting. That's pride. Fucking with you.
Marcellus Wallace nearly lost everything he had by obsessing over that shit. Until he was rescued by the very man he said those words to. In that case, enemies became allies, but don't count on that here. And since we're doling out counsel to one another, let me give you a bromide. Turns out to be true. In life, focus on your friends, Mike, not your enemies. Get the best out of them. They'll handle the attacks for you.
Yeah, I'll follow the advice of my countrymen, not exiles. Fact is, every serious contender for the presidency has an enemies list. The ones that go the distance, they're the ones who square theirs away. Like I just did.
A few weeks in a Chinese prison camp. Been running my nights with Andy through my mind. What I just whispered to you, that's just a taste of what I'll be happy to say to Anderson, Christian, Rachel, all of them. Everything. From the freckle on her glute to the way she exhales when she's really excited.
No one will believe it. Story will come and go. Zero traction.
You want to make that bet? Easy to arrange. I just walk Derek onto the step and repeat over there, announce who he is. It'll be the end for you. Forget about Andy's embarrassment. The entire country will think of you as a man who couldn't satisfy his own wife. They won't care about arrangements or you getting yours. They'll just know that you was bivouacking with the mountain man instead of shacking up with you. And you have to know, there is nobody in this country who's going to vote for President Cuck. So, here's how it's going to go. You're going to stand down, and you're going to let Wendy clean up the practices at that company. You're going to get rid of any documentation that ties her to it. She will run that company for real, and you are never going to fuck with her again.
And in return?
Derek here will go back to living his life. And should any accident befall him, I have his full testimony on video ready to go. Remember that.
So it's an old-time Reservoir Dog-style standoff. If Wendy goes down, so does Andy.
Don't try to speak my language again, Mike. It didn't work the last time. But yes, you see, this is the problem with squaring away your enemies list. You wake up all your enemies in the process. Smelling salts in all our fucking faces. You did me that favor, Mike, after a couple years slumber. But I'm back now, and I'm wide fucking awake.
In the old-timey thing, the predominant king would say, surrender his northern troops, give back some lands. Because he knew if the war went on, even in victory, it would be Pyrrhic. And that he could prevent further bloodshed and loss on all sides by doing so. And what do great presidents do? Great presidents, all great leaders do the same. Dictate peace through strength.
Great presidents. Dreams of fucking grandeur.
They should deal with traitors harshly before that peace.
Damn right they should. You should, Mike.
Yeah. That way you'll finally be in charge all by yourself, just like you wanted from the start.
That's what you think is driving him?
That, or the nose-to-ass parades you've been such a prominent part of.
Stockyard comment from a man whose mind is always in the trough.
I'm doing a lot of talking about strength, Mike. But only the king with the extra armies or allies or siege artillery, the fucking dreadnought weapons.
Those are the nukes he's so eager to play around with.
Only the king with all that had the juice to dictate terms. But you just look like another run-of-the-mill usurper scrapping for turf in this room.
Hear, hear.
So you think?
Now, my information has Governor Dunlop reaffirming her own candidacy for president tonight with a big machine and a lot of backing behind her.
Mine too, which means you'll be in a dogfight for the next year.
I guess we'll soon see.
It's time.
Oh, fuck.
Hello, everyone. No intros needed. You know who I am, and I know those of you it's important to know. It's been a real kick doing the roundy round with you all. But I've made my decision. To not only throw my support behind our next president, Mike Prince, but to become his partner. His vice president, for the good of our country and the whole world.
Yeah, like I said.
At least you got a decent price.
Governor, thank you. I'll meet up with you shortly.
Gentlemen.
You're a few minutes late for me to ask the president to pardon you, Axe.
No, Mike, I am right on time. And I'm glad you got your audience, because that's the closest you'll get to that office. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
Mike. Look, Mike.
Well, that can't be right. There's got to be a hack. It says...
Yeah, that the entire portfolio was wiped out.
Whatever you think you're doing, it's not going to work.
Not doing, Mike. Done.
Getting into the portfolio now. Have the chopper blade spinning when we get there. Scooter, you'll go from the heliport right to the SEC. Get this cleared up.
Got it.
It's not letting me do anything. I'm locked out. Drive! You can all do me the courtesy of getting the fuck out of my office before...
Another rough and tumble day on Wall Street, I see.
Governor, much to talk about here, but I have something I have to deal with first.
Not so much, I'm afraid. Hi, Axe. I want to thank you for your counsel.
Oh, shit.
I'm here to let you know I'm out, as in off your ticket, but very much still in the race. I am reaffirming my own candidacy shortly, and I'll be taking back my supporters, my campaign apparatus.
You're making a rash decision here. Bradford, don't walk out on me. I'm still a viable candidate. The nation is ready to follow me. You saw me with the president. I'm ready for this. It's my time.
I don't think so, Mike. It's never happened that the whole premise for a candidacy has been erased. But today, it happened. You were the self-made, rich candidate, and now you're not. There's no coming back from this. Not in this election cycle, anyway.
I get it. The consultant jumps off the sinking ship like a rat.
Can't catch any air once you're underwater.
If you find yourself at loose ends, Bradford, Wendy Rhodes did tip me to your skills, and I have a spot for you.
Were you with them?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm going with her.
Well, welcome aboard a very seaworthy ship.
Glad to be aboard, Governor.
So this is it.
Hey man, endings are tough. Someone always ends up unsatisfied.
Truer thing ever said. I don't mind admitting I'm a bit rattled right now. Standing 8 count, I'll get my win back. You have to know, I'm going to sue the lot of you and see to it that criminal charges are brought.
I think you're going to find a road to that that's very steep and slippery.
And expensive, which may present some difficulty. But if you decide to persist, please refer all legal action to Oren Bach here, my general counsel. You gonna finally come on and do this for me, Oren?
Why not? You'll take up all my time anyway, but I'm delighted to make it official.
So yeah, Mike, this is what it's like to lose.
I bet that felt good.
That one did, yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should be thanking all you bastards for giving me a chance to go out and do it all again. Spin it up.
You're welcome, then. Did wonders for me when you put me in that very position.
This country's built on second acts. And when you see mine, you better duck and fucking cover.